on the grid, so they need to get their starts perfect down so they don't lose any positions.
As Kyle Dolenberg has left the session, he is going to need an invite. I do not have him as a friend, unfortunately. This is going to hinder him a lot.
This happened in the last race. There's 5 red lights and away we go here. Kai is ahead here. The Alpine driver wanting to maybe get a position. He takes a look for the inside. He gets that as they're just gliding past him as he is
Unfortunately disconnected. That is so unfortunate. We have Chazels. Chazels is off down the back of the pack. He has wing damage. That was not the turn one he wanted.
Money defending. He's wanting that 10th position and it's only 1 lap in here. Edward needs to get past him there, but look, a piece of someone's wing falls off. I think that's a Red Bull driver.
That is odd money. Odd money is backwards into the wall. He has hit the wall coming out of the bridge section. Edward sending it up the inside of 6 Surfer did not manage to make that move.
Virtual safety car. Edward does have front wing damage though from that spin from the Red Bull. Odd money. It's not going to be good for Edward. Edward hasn't had that lucky race. He's been really unlucky.
Chazels really is not having a great race right now.
I got his overtake on Dynamic. He's wanting to cut down that time on Heinz Beans. He's trying to catch up.
Heinz Beans with DRS open, chasing down the back of Cody. He goes to the outside. Harford given a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Upstream.
Siege Assassin, he's doing better than he did his last race, and look, he's catching up on Dynamic. He's going
to make a move. He goes up the inside. Siege Assassin gets the move done on Dynamic, but Dynamic squeezes back through. But Dynamic peels into the pit lane. Did he have damage? He did. He lost the front left hand side of his wing. Pit stops just now. No, the only drivers to stop are Surfer, Dynamic, Edward, Harv, and Chazels. Odd Money had made a stop before he DNF from this Grand Prix. Confused on how Siege Assassin managed to get himself ahead of Kai Dolenberg. As Kai pits. Kai is in the pits. He decides against it. Kai did not let Kai back out of the pits. Straight through. Safety car is in this lap. This Bashful car now will back up the pack, ready to get going for green flag running. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Harv has been given a 10-second time penalty for a collision with BWT. Safety car has thrown up a lot of drama as Bashful is backing up the pack an awful lot. Is he away? No, he isn't. He's still holding up that pack. Surely goes as soon as he rounds his corner, and he has. Bashful is away. He didn't quite get the start he wanted after safety car. Cody very close to the back of the Alpine. As we look further down the grid, Harv has not let his teammate through yet, but BWT looking for the overtake on Edward. Edward defends well. This battle at the back of the pack. BWT sends it up the inside. Is he able to make the move stick? No, he cannot. Edward gets the better exit. But they are side by side. A bit of contact. Edward has lost a bit of front wing, I believe. He has. But we look up towards the front. We do have Heinz Beans has a little bit of a skid out of that corner. That has put Siege Assassin at risk of losing the position. Surfer has lost front wing as well. Not safety car restart anybody was wanting, but BWT makes another overtake, as does Harv and Kai Dolenberg. Edward has fallen back without that front wing. Kai Dolenberg, there is more contact between the two drivers. BWT not wasting any time in making more positions. He is up to P5 now. As we see Surfer and Harv wheel to wheel along the straight. Harv gets the position. The DRS is available this lap. So we are going to run on board with our quickest man on track at the moment, BWT, as he sits behind the Ferrari of Siege Assassin. Battle for 4th position right now. Cody and Bashel Carton stretching that gap even more. 2.8 the gap.
As BWT gets overtake on Siege Assassin.
He's really closing up to Heinz Beans right now.
And Harv, he made contact with Siege Assassin, and Harv was the one who spun out.
That is not what he wanted. He was absolutely flying. But Edward and Kai Dolenberg getting a bit racy with each other. Edward loses 2 positions there to Surfer and Kai Dolenberg, but he makes the move back on Surfer. This race is just insanely exciting as we go now to BWT, as he's got DRS on the back of the VCAB. VCAB weaving, trying not to give him any toe, and he manages to keep the position for now, but he has a little bit of a twitch on exit. He's squeezing BWT to the wall. BWT makes no worry in getting past him, as Harv and Surfer appear to have collided. Edward here as well. Edward right in the back of the Ferrari. They are close together. Edward up the inside.
Edward does have the newer tyres, so he's going to be quicker.
He is. He passed. Edward will probably have to pit again on 6-lap-old mediums. Backed out of it. Kai Dolenberg. Heinz Beans has a spin. He has hit the wall. That is not what the VCAB driver wanted. Harv makes his way through.
He's only got half a wing, Heinz Beans.
No safety car though. The marshals seem to have cleared it up in time. But Edward is on the back of Kai Dolenberg. These two aren't seeming to make many inroads on the front runners. BWT still stuck behind Cody. And early call, this could be a major strategy as drivers are struggling. Oh my god, BWT is out of the session. He has a twitch on throttle. That's a safety car. This is brilliant for Siege Assassin.
Yeah, amazing for him. People are going to end up pitting seeing this rain, and with the safety car out, Siege Assassin, he might end up being coming first when they go around one more time if drivers wanting to pit.
I reckon safety car will nullify a bit. He'll make a couple positions potentially, but I can imagine everybody will pit just now. But Cody has wing damage. They're all looking to catch up to safety car. Next man to catch up to the safety car queue is Siege Assassin as he peels into the pits. What is this for? Is this for a set of full wet tyres? Siege believes it's time for the full wet tyres.
I mean, the rain is pouring down, and like you say, when it rains in Singapore, it rains hard. So, is he correct here? Heinz Beans as well, same strategy. This could be really smart. Yeah, there will be.
I'm not sure about you, but I can't see any rain on my screen. Never mind, there it is.
Yeah, the Mercedes drivers pouring into the pits. That's Surfer.
Surfer is pulling into the pits. Will he be pitting onto the wet tyres as well? We'll have to wait and see. But the track goes green. Siege Assassin, we're going to have a look at him as he was the first man to come onto the wet tyres. He is
pulls off track.
Harv side by side with GLA Dynamic as he collides with the wall. No damage yet for the McLaren.
Just looking here, it looks like the wets are just slower, I think, as there's a 1.8 second gap between Edward and Siege.
Maybe not the best strategy, but he is not alone. Everybody behind him is on the full wets as well. Goes again. Kai Dolenberg not waiting for anything. He is alongside and ahead of Bashel Carton now towards the bridge. Oh, as he runs wide, the Inters do seem to be losing a lot of grip. Could it be wet weather conditions now?
That is not good for Bashel. His teammate did have a DNF, and he's going to be relying on him to bring big points. He is quick. There's Harv is going to...
Oh, Edward and Kai Dolenberg make contact. Kai Dolenberg has lost his front wing. A lot of incidents to be looked at after the race, but that is not good for the McLaren man as he was looking for a pole to win, but the race is not over yet. There could be more safety cars. I can't imagine. So Siege Assassin drifts, and there is slight contact between Harv and Siege Assassin. That's not what the Ferrari wanted. This GLA Dynamic has a good slipstream now. Closing up to the back of the Ferrari. Will he burn any battery? He looked at the inside. Down between Kai Dolenberg and Bashel Carton. You can't count him out on a podium. Kai might managed to crawl his way back. He is hoping to keep the lead of the driver's standings, and I think he does as it stands. He will extend his lead. As we have a yellow flag, Heinz Beams retired. Red flag.
Ooh, this is big.
Kai has just been brought right into the talk for the win now. Is not happy with the red flag, but 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go after the red flag. Edward keeps the lead. Kai Dolenberg already makes that move on the Alpine, but there is contact. There's a lot of contact.
Contact with his teammate, I believe.
3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Cody and Harv have been given penalties.
Kai and Harv are on 11 lap softs, and Kai's on 8 laps. Not softs, inters. I mean, we're not inters.
It's not too much on the intermediates, so it's kind of nullified as Harv lets his teammate through to chase after the 2 Haas cars. Cody is surely going to try and hold up that McLaren as he is on a warpath, looking for the win. Potentially going to upset that 1-2 for Haas. If Bashful Carton can keep with Harv and Cody, then he could get promoted onto the podium as Kai Dolenberg looks for the inside. He is up the inside and ahead of Cody. A little bit feisty, a little bit of contact, but the man who's lost out the most is Siege Assassin. He lost out a lot at turn 1. He's down into P8. They back up the inside. Oh my god, and they're both in the wall. Harv has retired from session. Cody manages to save it. Oh my god. This race has thrown up all sorts.
I'm not a person to give that much hate to drivers, but I personally think Harv kind of deserved to have a DNF this race, because at the start of the race I had information that he did give Chazos back rear wing damage, so, and we have seen him being in loads of collisions. I mean, drivers don't deserve to have DNFs, but...
Swapped with Sam. It was posted in the news channel, but we're looking ahead. Under a second now. Kai Dolenberg catching Edward. This is going to come down to the final lap. It's going to be a battle for the win. They're going to be slugging it out. Hopefully neither driver retires from the Grand Prix. But Kai Dolenberg... Oh! As I say it, commentator's curse. I am so sorry, Edward. Edward hits the wall coming off the bridge, and Kai Dolenberg has been promoted into P1. From round the final corner, foot pinned to the floor. It's absolutely beautiful to see the McLaren win as he takes the checkered flag.